What's up, guys? It is Ryan. Today I want to talk real quickly about the different algorithms that mortgage lenders use when qualifying you to get a mortgage, basically. When you're looking at qualifying for a mortgage, many people will say, well, I checked on Credit Karma, or my credit card said this, and the scores are different from when a lender pulls, and people don't know why. And here's the simple answer. There are 28 different FICO algorithms that calculate different scores based on a mortgage, a car loan, a personal loan, a credit card, etc. In this case here, for a mortgage, you want to look at this. Experian, when you pull a tri-merge mortgage report, what they're going to do is they're going to pull all three scores. Experian is going to pull a FICO 2. TransUnion is going to pull a FICO 4. And Equifax is going to pull a FICO 5. I like the facts in 5. It makes it easier for me to remember. What you want to realize, guys, is this. Most people, when they're looking at credit cards, they're looking at a FICO 8. What is the difference? A FICO 8, if you look at time, and we've covered this before, this is 7 years ago. A FICO 8 score is going to look at your last 2 years, and the activity in the last 2 years is going to be what most of the score is comprised of. When you're looking at a credit card, you're looking at a small auto loan and things like that nature, there's smaller loan amounts. So a FICO 8 score, looking at your most recent habits, is perfectly fine. When you're looking at a mortgage, they want to look back and see all of this history from the very beginning is 7 years ago and saying, in the last 7 years, have you been behaving? Have you been responsible? That's why it's more important. These older scoring models, yes, currently most are using FICO 8, maybe FICO 9 now. In a mortgage scenario, it's 2, 4, and 5, so they can really look at the history. Again, this is why it's called credit history. They want to look at the history to see how responsible have you been. As always, how much credit have you been using and how well have you been using it, and that will determine whether or not to approve you. Now, here's the other most important thing. Let's just say, for example, in this scenario, let's just say Experian says your score is a 680, okay? Let's say TransUnion says your score is a 670. And let's just say here that Equifax says your score is a 710. It may be this way. You have no idea until you actually dive in and look. The score that the lenders are going to use for your actual mortgage, the score that's going to determine all the different factors of your mortgage, it's going to be the middle score. So when you look at these three numbers, this number right here, it's going to be the 680. 680, 670, and 710. 710 is the highest, this is the lowest, this is the middle score. They do not add them up and then average them. It's whatever the actual number is. This right here is the score they use in your loan scenario. And this is going to be what determines all the different factors of your mortgage, okay? What your rate's going to be, how much down payment may be. There's all these different components that go into it. They're going to base it off the middle score. So please keep that in mind. That is why it is so important, especially now, because credit scores are really influencing the rate. The higher the score, the more favorable the loan conditions, okay? So make sure you're always paying attention to your credit. If you have anything that may show up, even if you have alerts that say, hey, you missed your payment, it was due yesterday. Being due yesterday and paying interest is better than it being 30 days late, paying interest, paying a late fee, and having your credit score tank 100 points, okay? That's why it's so important to follow that. But what FICO algorithm or score do they use? Mortgage lenders are going to use 2, 4, and 5 based on your scenario, and that is what they're going to look at when determining your loan factors, all right? Hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, let us know. If you have any comments, put them down below or send us a message, because some people get really confused by this. Give us a call. It's easier for us to have a quick conversation with you, and that way we can better advise you as to what you need to do next. All right? Hope you guys have an awesome day, and we'll catch up with you later.